Good evening. Welcome to Obscure Tales of the Strange and Supernatural. I'm your host, Melissa Angel, and tonight I will be sharing for your listening pleasure the strange and unusual tale of the Blue Man of the Ozarks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this obscure tale of the strange and supernatural. In 1865, a hunter named Blue Saul Collins was hunting between the Big North Fork and Spring Creek in Missouri. He was tracking game when he noticed tracks he thought belonged to a bear. Blue Saul decided to follow the tracks. After following the tracks for hours up a mountain, a boulder came rolling down the mountain at him. Saul, reacting quickly, had just enough time to jump behind a tree out of the way of the oncoming boulder. Soon after the first boulder, a second and third boulder crashed into the tree with such force that they shattered. When Saul peered around the tree, what he saw on the hillside he described as a gigantic figure shaped like an immense man, stark naked, except for the skin of some animal around its waist and other wrappings of skin around its feet. The creature was covered from head to foot with tightly curling short black hair. Saul always claimed that the giant was no less than 9 feet tall. The giant threw a fourth rock that shattered against the tree, then let out a terrifying scream that echoed through the hills. Saul had enough at that point and fled for his life. For many days after the first encounter, Saul and his neighbors tracked the wild man. Many caught glimpses of him, but they were never able to catch him. They had all come to believe that the wild man had been responsible for the disappearance of many sheep and pigs. After 2 weeks of terror, the wild man vanished without a trace. The next sighting of the wild man didn't come until 1874, when it was witnessed by over a dozen men who then gave pursuit. Though the hunters knew the woods well, they were unsuccessful when trying to capture the wild man. It was around this time the wild man earned the name Blue Man. It is believed, since Blue Saul was the first to encounter the Blue Man, that it had been named for him. The locals began calling it Blue's Man until it later became Blue Man. For many years, periodic sightings would occur, but by the 1930s, accounts in the newspaper seemed to die off. Though the Blue Man of the Ozarks has become more of a legend, tales of Bigfoot-like creatures are still strong in the region today. And that concludes tonight's obscure tale of the strange and supernatural. If you have ever had a strange encounter with a Bigfoot-like creature, leave a comment below and tell us about it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I post new obscure tales of the strange and supernatural every Friday night.